Everyone is saying it just got easier to buy a home, but is that actually true? Let's break it down. But before we talk about what actually changed, we need to explain and break down what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are. When you apply for a mortgage, whether that's through a credit union, bank, or lender, there are certain requirements you have to meet. And one of the biggest ones is usually a minimum credit score. But why does that requirement even exist? It's because your lender's job isn't just to approve your loan, they also have to make it sellable. Here's what that means. Right after your loan closes, your lender typically takes your loan, bundles it with thousands of others, and sells them to massive companies. And those companies are Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So, of course, your lender is going to enforce those regulations that those companies set. And that brings us right back to this article. No minimum credit scores. Fannie Mae just announced that they are removing their minimum credit score requirement. But wait, here's the part that social media is not telling you. This doesn't mean that credit scores don't matter anymore. It just means that there's no hard cutoff. The article explains it perfectly. Credit scores will still matter, but abandoning a hard minimum means that someone with a credit score just below the prior minimum will now be able to get a mortgage so long as they are reducing credit risk in other ways. So if you're sitting somewhere around 600, 610, you're not automatically denied anymore. Instead, the system looks at the full picture: your down payment, debt, income, and payment history. But before you think that's open season on low credit scores, the article also says private mortgage lenders will still be able to apply their own credit score minimums, meaning just because Fannie Mae removed their minimum doesn't mean that all lenders will. So here's the real takeaway. This update creates more flexibility, but not free for all approvals. It helps people who are close to the old threshold of 620 or who have other strong compensating factors. It is not a guaranteed approval with bad credit. If you're planning to buy in 2025 and you're not sure how this update affects you, shoot me a DM. I'll walk you through what your scores look like, how lenders are treating this new update, and show you what you can do right now to get pre-approved the right way.